Hello student, today we are going to see a new chapter, that is differentiation. In 11th standard you have already gone through this chapter, differentiation. I think the name of this chapter in 11th standard was derivative. Now we are going to learn the advanced level of that derivative, which is nothing but the differentiation. Okay, now let's recall the definition of this differentiation. Change in one quantity with respect to other is called differentiation. We'll see it again. Change in one quantity with respect to other is called differentiation. How you can relate this definition to our general life? If you see, the price of petrol per liter is changing daily. Correct? If you see, the today price of petrol is 80 rupees per liter. Next day means tomorrow it could be 81 rupees per liter or it could be 79 rupees per liter. Means the price of the petrol could be increase or it could be decrease. So how we can relate the change in this price of the petrol with this our definition? Suppose one quantity we can assume that is the price of the petrol. That is one quantity, and the other quantity means this other word is actually related with other quantity. The other is related with time. Means if the price of the petrol is changing, means it taking some time to change that price. Correct? It taking some time to change that price. Means change in one quantity means change in price of the petrol with respect to other means with respect to time. Change in one quantity with respect to change in other means change in price of the petrol with respect to change in time. As day or as time is changing, the price of the petrol is also changing. It could be increasing, it could be decreasing, but it's changing. Correct? Now suppose if y is any function of x, y is any function of x, you can also call y is equal to sin x. Y is function of sin x, that is y is function of x. Then the derivative of y with respect to x, because our sine function given in terms of x is given by dy by dx, means derivative of y with respect to x is given by dy by dx. Okay, this is the standard form to represent the derivative of y with respect to x. Here this d denotes the change in y with respect to change in x. We are not changing y only, we are not changing x only, we are changing both. Okay, we can call this change in price of the petrol with respect to change in time. Correct? This is dy by dx, or this is we can call derivative of y function with respect to x. Getting? Now we have different types of functions here, and we have to find out their derivatives also. Okay, now let's see one by one what are the types of functions we have. Okay, now let's see, the first function is constant function. Now what is this constant function? Constant function means the function in which there is no any variable like x, y or any other variable. Okay, that functions are known as constant function. Now second function is logarithmic function. What is the logarithmic function? The function which is expressed in terms of log is called logarithmic functions. Okay, for example, y equal to sin x, that is logarithmic function expressed in terms of x only. Okay, next is exponential function. Now what is this exponential function? The function which is expressed in terms of e to the power x, e to the power y, or e to the power pi, e to the power any number, 2, 1, any number. That type of functions are known as exponential function. Okay, now next is trigonometric function. We all know we have 6 types of trigonometric function: sine, cos, tan, cot, sec and cosec. Right? we have to find out derivative of all these trigonometric function. Now next type is inverse function. Now what is this inverse function? Like our trigonometric functions, sine, cos, we have their inverse also. Sine inverse, cos inverse, tan inverse, cosec inverse, and etc. These functions are known as inverse function. So we have these 5 types of differential function that we have to differentiate. Okay? So let's see the new point, that is rules of differentiation. If u and v are the differentiable functions of x and k is any constant, then we have these 4 rules. Okay? So first is if y equal to u plus minus v, it means y is function of 2 different types of function, that is u and v, but the sign between them is plus or minus. Okay, so if there is plus sign between u and v, then its derivative we will put plus sign. If there is negative sign between u and v, then in its derivative we will put negative sign. Okay, so if y equal to u plus minus v, we have to differentiate this function with respect to x. So derivative of y will be dy by dx, right? And u and v also will differentiate with respect to x, that is du by dx, dv by dx, and this plus minus sign will carry between derivative of u and v. Correct? Now come to the second one. If y equal to k into u, if you see in this given information, k is any constant number or constant term. It means when you have any constant in your function, we will keep or will put that k or that constant term as it is. We will not differentiate that k. Okay? So derivative of this y is dy by dx. K is constant, so keep that k as it is, and derivative of u is du by dx. Getting? Now next third, y equal to u into v. Now here we have 2 different functions, u and v, in product form, right? So we'll use product rule of derivative. What is that formula? Y, derivative of y will be dy by dx. Now how to differentiate this u and v when they are in product form? First function constant, derivative of v. So first function means u. U means u is constant and derivative of v is dv by dx, plus keep second function constant, take derivative of first function, that is derivative of u. So first constant, derivative of second function, second constant, derivative of first function. This is called product rule of derivative, right? Now sometime you will get 2 functions in division form. Then how to differentiate it? We have separate rule for that. If y equal to u by v, okay, then its derivative is given by dy by dx, that is derivative of y, is equal to v. Keep v means denominator's function constant, take derivative of numerator's function, write minus sign, minus sign. Now keep numerator's function constant, take derivative of denominator's function, that is dv by dx, and this total divided by square of denominator's function. We have to take square of denominator's function in the denominator. Okay, so these are the rules. Okay, so that this rule will use in solving the examples. Okay.